Pathetic creature. A titanic takedown. Distract them.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scare Soldier back with another Borderlands 3 video, and in today's video we are going to be sharing with you our Terror Flak build. This is one of my favorite Terror builds in the game for Flak, so let's get into the gear right away. We're also going to be talking about our modifiers as well, just to give you guys some hints and all that to make your builds better. But overall, let's get into it. So first things first, we're going to have some diversity in terms of the weapons. Now, of course, all the meta weapons work, and what would be my meta weapons is things like the refluxes. Any weapon that is proven to have been good already in Borderlands are going to be great with this build, but the main focus is actually our terrified anointments. So all the anointments you guys see are the main three we are going to be using. So for this gun in particular, the Lucky 7, you guys may have seen it on other builds. This is a fantastic weapon to use because there is one specific god roll on this thing that absolutely abolishes enemies. You're going to see some gameplay in a second of that, but this gun is amazing. And the only anointment you really want on this weapon is while terrified game ammo regeneration, because this is going to be really good because you want to maintain that roll of the Lucky 7, and this is the best way to do so. Moving on, the Stalker. The Stalker is actually a really good sniper rifle. It's quite strong, to be honest with you. I have some clips of this as well, and it's just fun. It's different to get away from the meta guns. It's a new weapon in the game, so go ahead and try that out. It is good, but like I said, the main three anointments I suggest to you guys for this build, and the strongest ones, are while terrified, deals 75% bonus cryo damage. So very similar to URAD, the cryo damage is actually not only applied to the weapon, but applied to all other sources of damage. So this thing is very, very nice as an anointment. And then finally, we have while terrified, gain increased crit damage. So the crit damage goes up to 100% when you reach 3 stacks of terror, and 100% crit damage on a character like Flak, who already thrives off of crit damage, is going to be insane. Plus, when you have the holy crit modifier over here at mayhem level, you're going to be getting another 25% extra critical hit damage, and of course with Galaxy Brain making it easier to hit crits. So that's a really, really good combination right there. Now, some other gun suggestions for fun. The Fearmonger is really, really fun to use, guys. It's a new gun, so go ahead and try it out. If you want to step away from the meta and you're kind of getting tired of refluxes, flippers, and all that other good stuff, this is a fun gun to try and does a lot of damage. Also, the Hellwalker is a really, really nice one with this anointment right here, because the Hellwalker is already insanely strong. Plus, again, you're getting that 100% crit damage when you have your 3 stacks of terror applied to yourself. So this gun is absolutely a one-shot killer. Now, moving on to your shield, I would suggest an action skill and anointment on your shield so you can get some more elemental damage, and make sure you elemental match. So have a couple of these elements on hand. So for example, if you're going against Wotan, make sure you equip something like action skill and gain 50% bonus corrosive damage against Wotan. Or of course, if you're going against Grave Ward or any other enemy like that, put some incendiary damage. It's pretty simple. All right, now we're using the Plus Ultra because it provides us some cool bonuses. We have 23% reload speed. We're also getting 10% movement speed when the shield is depleted, and of course it doesn't hurt when we're getting a little bit more action skill cooldown rate for our racks. It doesn't hurt anyways. And then we also have a chance to absorb ammo, which is good in the instance of the dueling Lucky 7, and we also have leave no trace, so it's pretty nice for our ammo consumption with Flak. You can also use the Old God and any other shield that you guys like, but just make sure it's a shield that has the action skill and anointment. Next, moving on, we have the final anointment that I want you guys to have. Again, the concept is terror, so we're just using terror anointments or terrified anointments, however you guys want to say it. So make sure you have this one right here. There are 2 ways to apply terror to yourself. There's one that if you melee an enemy, you have a 25% chance to terror yourself, and this one right here, I think this one's the best one, the easiest one to use for characters like Flak, Amara, and maybe even Zane. But this one right here on action skill N, you apply terror to yourself every 3 seconds for the next 18 seconds, which is a long time, so you don't have to spam ASC to keep this up, which is even better. And of course, having terror pretty much up for 18 seconds makes all these anointments active the whole duration, which is really, really good, and you don't have to get too spammy with it. Now, the Pearl is going to be one of the artifacts I do suggest, because again, This thing provides some of the most damage in the game. Feel free to use anything else. Aside from that, you can use things like icebreakers, the snow drift if you want to get around faster, but the pearl is going to be the best one for damage. Now, finally, for the class mod we're using, nothing special. We're just using a normal stalker, but again, it's situational, guys. If you're going against a boss, just throw on a bounty hunter. If you're going against mobs, do cosmic stalker, and use whatever you want. But I mean, I've been having the most success with the cosmic stalker bounty hunter. But let me know what you guys like to use for class mods for a setup like this. Now, finally, quickly, here's the skill tree. I'm not going to explain the whole thing because it's quite similar to my Terminator Flak build. But again, quickly, we did get Frenzy. So because we have Frenzy, we put He Bites. Now, He Bites is really good. And also, Frenzy is easily procced through the Jabber the fastest. The Jabber does a lot of hits real quick with his SMG. So I do like to use the Jabber when I use Frenzy. And also, I did pick up a lot of points into the Hunter skill tree because we wanted to pick up some more critical hit damage, some more overall damage, head count to get those racks back so we can always have action skill end up and ready. And of course, we just picked up other DPS stats and Hunter skills, all that good stuff that you would see on a traditional Flak build. Now, we also have some lifesteal through our racks right over here with the Falconeer's Feast. And we also picked up Rack Accelerator to give us an extra rack, which is huge. And then, of course, we have some of the green tree, the stalker tree right over here looking good as well. Now, my suggestion to you is if you guys don't care so much about DPS, you can remove 3 points off of overclocked and put all 5 into rage and recover because you can be a little more squishy since we're not using the frozen heart or we're using the stopgap with action skill start anointments. Although you could use those shields with action skill start anointments like you guys are going to show you right here. So like the frozen heart with action skill start or a stopgap with action skill start. You guys could use it, but you're going to be losing some elemental damage, which is actually really, really powerful. So it's up to you. If you want a little more survivability, throw on this kind of shield here or the frozen heart. If you want more damage, throw on something with action skill end. Pretty simple. All right, guys, so that's the skill tree, and we're gonna get into some gameplay real quick, but first let me show you the modifiers we got. So we got Galaxy Brain, again, making it easy for us to hit those crits. Heli Avenger, Drone Ranger, those are all neutral modifiers, and then Holy Crate giving us bonus 25% damage when we hit crits with Flak, which is amazing because one of our main anointments we're using is while terrified, gain increased critical hit damage, like I said. So this one's going to be giving us 100% critical hit damage with 3 stacks of Terror, which is going to be awesome in combination of everything that Flak is made out of. So we're going to show you some gameplay of this beastly build. Let's go ahead and check it out. Alright guys, you know the drill. We're taking this build over to the Maliwan takedown, the true test to see if this build can do it all. And we're going ahead and starting off with the Stalker. This is the Dow sniper rifle that comes from the Bloody Harvest event. Now this gun has a great fire rate, although it is a burst fire. It's super accurate and super deadly when it comes to damage. Now we are going to be switching out to the Fearmonger because this gun is also amazing. We want to showcase some of the newer weapons that have been released with the Bloody Harvest because I'm sure a lot of you by now are tired of seeing the Reflux on videos and all these other meta weapons like the Flippers. So those are already established weapons. So we want to show you that there are other great weapons in the game. So the thing with the Fearmonger is that it's a sticky, basically a sticky shotgun. So you stick those projectiles on the enemy and the explosion after is insane and does a ton of damage. So if you get lucky enough to get a bunch of enemies close together, that explosion will be enough to kill them all. So you're going to see that right here. We have a heavyweight who's completely immune to cryo, and we have a cryo Fearmonger, but we stuck his buddy next to him and that explosion was able to kill him as well. So that's how powerful it is. So the Fearmonger, as you guys see, is crazy, but we're going to be switching over to our next weapon that we showed you, which is the Lucky 7. This thing is absolutely incredible and probably one of my favorite guns for the build. Keep in mind, this thing anointment is while terrified, you gain ammo regeneration. It's not like under 50% health, get 150% bonus radiation damage. It's not next to mags giving you 100% elemental damage. There is no damage anointment added to this gun aside from our action skill and off our shield. And look at the damage this gun is doing, guys. It's not even fair. Now, there are several rolls to this gun, so what you want to do if you do not have the roll that you guys see that I'm using is you want to keep shooting and reload the weapon until you get this one, and that is when that ammo regeneration is going to come into play, because you guys are going to see on my screen that I keep regenerating ammo, which allows me to maintain this god roll on this pistol, because this thing is absolutely insane. You guys see we're decimating all these enemies, and what's great is that all those shots ricochet to nearby enemies, so it's even better for mobbing as well. So we're going to be getting to the Wotan fight real quick, but this build is super fun, guys. It does a ton of damage, so I highly recommend you definitely try it out. Don't forget, if you liked the video and found this video helpful, smash that like button for your boy, and please do not forget to subscribe, because we are going to be posting some more videos like this on the channel, and you do not want to miss them. So now we are over at the biggest fight of the Maliwan takedown. We're at the end, we're at Wotan, and we're going to show you how insane this build is. So we're going to activate our terror right here by calling out our racks. The racks are going to take out a shield, and just watch the magic happen, guys. Look at that health go down. Keep in mind, this is a non-elemental Lucky 7. I don't know if they actually are elemental. Yes, they're not elemental. You can actually roll an element, but the element we have is just kinetic. And we're just decimating him, guys. It's not even fair. Just look at this. I'll let the gameplay speak for itself. It's really crazy, this build. So go ahead, try it out. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any criticism, if you just tried the build out and you loved it, let me know. All the comments are welcome. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. It's your boy Scare Soldier signing out. Peace.